Good morning, my people. Tuesday, April 28th. What we're gonna do today? I feel fortunate and grateful to been able to have been awakened this morning. Let these feet touch the ground. Give me a chance to fight at this thing called life. Okay. If you knew you was in the battle, a battle for your life against an enemy that stayed prepared, that was always at your top, would you take a break? I wouldn't. And that's the mentality I have to have when it comes to my enemy, whose name is the disease of addiction. I can't afford to get complacent, because once I get complacent, the enemy start to find ways to take the advantage of my complacency. The enemy of addiction start to find ways to lurk and seize on the opportunity to take the advantage of my being lackadaisical when it comes to my recovery. I can't afford to take a day off. I can't afford to be blind to this thing called addiction. I got to be on point. I got to all be mindful and cognizant that I'm one bad decision from being back in active addiction. I got to be mindful of the company that I keep. I got to be mindful of the stressors. I got to be mindful of things that I have no control over. Because all those things are a perfect setup for the enemy to capitalize on. Therefore, from the moment I open my eyes to the moment that I close my eyes, I got to be willing to fight. If it's all day, 24/7, that's a commitment I got to be willing to accept. I got to wear my bulletproof vest. I got to make sure my artillery is on point. That is working on all cylinders. Because I know and understand the moment that I think I got it, the moment that I think I've won, the moment I think I've vanquished my enemy, that I've defeated my enemy, that's the moment that I lose. And that's a moment I cannot accept. That's a moment that I can't even put in my mind that can occur. I have to be the victor. I have to win this fight for the rest of my life. So we got to know and understand, for those that like me and that have mentality like me, that have admitted that I have a disease, that has admitted that this disease is more powerful than I am, that has admitted that my life has become unmanageable, that has admitted that it got to be a power greater than me to help me fight this disease, then I can win. And I am going to win. But all of that, I can't have this grandiose mentality. I got to be humble in my fight. Because that humility lets me know that I can lose. That humility lets me know that I don't have all the weapons. The humility let me know I'm not the bully on the block. My humility lets me know I can be the Detroit Pistons, the number one seed in the East, the best team in the East, but get my ass whooped by the number 8 seed. Analogy. I have to be aware of all that. So just for today, my people, understand we cannot get complacent. We got to be prepared to fight 24/7. Because we got an enemy out there that's at our top. With that, I leave y'all. Be mindful of your cues. Be mindful of your traps. Be mindful of your triggers. Be mindful of the stress and all that stuff. Be mindful of the things you cannot control. Be mindful of the things that you have nail nickel in that dime. And we can beat this thing. We can beat our enemy. With that, I'll holler at y'all a little later.